Hi, you guys. I am going to try and talk about something that's going to be really hard for me. I have mentioned this before in comments years ago, but I have never really spoken about this. As you know, I proceed through things pretty confidently. I, uh, I do feel that I walk the path of God, or at least when I get off, I know how to get back on and what I should do. And let me tell you how this all started for me. I told you I had an abrupt awakening in February, and then I saw my first sundog on 3/23 of 2018. And that's when I knew that it was something much bigger than just Earth, that we were talking about something in space as well. But on, I believe it was April 1st, although I'm not sure, maybe it was 4/4. It was Easter night that day, 2018. And I was out working late, mainly just trying to keep my business going, and that's unfortunately what it took to do that at that point. And I had an odd experience. I'm not a crazy lady, but Jesus came to me, and I know it was just my higher self creating something familiar for me and safe to listen to, so that I would listen to it. So that I fully understand. So that was the figure of Jesus Christ that I saw. But and that's the part. Everyone's like, oh, you're so connected. I'm not connected to God. I try and connect to the part of me that can easiest access God, that higher self. I've done past life regressions. Sorry, maybe they didn't tell me the exact my exact history of my past life, but what it did was create a scenario like a Hollywood movie to teach me an amazing lesson. And whether it be I went back in time, or I got in touch with the part of my brain that was able to make up that story, that wild Hollywood story, to teach me that lesson. Either way, that's a part of my brain that I want to be in most contact with. Okay, so what he said to me, I was out very late walking a dog right next to a lake. It was kind of scary, I was in the dark by myself, which was normal for that job. And he came to me, and what he said is, trust yourself, for it is the way I communicate with you. And that's why you always see me using fours, because that four stood out to me, and the it stood out to me. I don't know why. Trust yourself, for it is the way I communicate with you. So I always was a 7 person. I liked 7. So this 4 is very new to me. So that's why I started preceding everything 4, and I reference it quite a bit. And why my channel is named what I named, because I'm always leading myself towards that higher self, that Jesus figure that I created, the closest to source that I can find, that I can get. So that is the meaning behind the name of my channel. Or of course everything is multiple. What it told me, and of course it takes a while to sink in because I'm just slow, but what it told me is, if we get helicopters quite a bit over my hill, what it told me is I really need to listen to myself, that these signs and symbols, these coincidences, these reassurances, that's the only way that our higher self can communicate with us. That's the only way it knows how to. So listen to those, pay attention to those. And what he showed me after he said what he showed me, oh, and I'm sorry I'm not wearing it today. I honestly didn't know I was going to be doing this. What he showed me was a lapis, a blue lapis bracelet that I got, that was Hopi Indian. And so I knew right away that he meant the Hopi Indian tribe, just because I was so proud of that bracelet, because I'd never had anything from the Hopi tribe. And so that's what started me in my dive with the Hopi Indians, which led me to so many good things and where I am today. So I'm coming from a base of good, a base of the only thing my being knows, as Jesus Christ and God. So I'm coming from that, and that I operate as that. And believe me, my life lets me know if I get off course. You don't have to worry about that. I am a walking karma machine, more so to myself than to anything else, but I am. So when I talk about the stairway to heaven, I talk about that because I have gotten reassurance after reassurance after reassurance after confirmation about that before I bring that to you. You know, and everybody's talking about this new earth, new earth, new earth. No one has ventured to say how we get on new earth. No one has. I'm doing that. I might be wrong, but at least I'm taking that chance. I'm taking that leap. So if something happens tomorrow, at least you've got that in the back of your head. Do I want you to walk up to a system and get fried? Absolutely not. That's why this is free will. Everyone is going to be different, and maybe the system will even treat people differently. I do not know. But that's really all I want to talk about today. I do want to get into the political side of things, basically how environmentalists have caused or aided in the cause of World War III. We're not digging our own pipelines. We're not producing our own oil, and now we're very dependent. You know, and who would have thought Greta Thunberg would have thrown that much weight? So there's a number of things going on, but the basis for all this war is something that I've talked about over and over again. The astral always comes down to the physical. And I told you, I've spent many nights fighting for and finding these artifacts around the earth. Now it's happening in the physical. No, it's not our job. That's not what we're doing. No, that's not what we're doing. That's now left up to the you know, the special forces and the other forces. So we just keep doing our part by bringing people into the light and trying to show them their way, trying to aid them in finding their way. So that's what I'm doing. A lot of people, you know, the emails and messaging, they ask me, you know, what are you, light worker? I've never named myself anything. I just am, and I just do my best and try my best and execute all my abilities that I can find, that I know I have, and that I can search for, that I know are good and peaceful and would result in something good and not ever hurt anyone. So that's my story. That's how I got into this. That's my basis, and that's how I move forward on a daily basis. Maybe I should have shared that with you guys before, but it's very personal to me. I mean, you go to someone, you say, I saw Jesus, he changed my life. You know, they're gonna think you're a freaking flip-flop, you know, but it happened. At least I know what it is. You know, at least I know exactly what it is. So you guys have a great weekend. I'm on the go, seems like constantly. So I'll talk to you soon, and take care. And oh, let me show you. Oh, the sky just disappeared. Okay.
Hey, we're gonna have a Mr. Waffles and L encore. Come here, guys. Come here, guys. Hi. Hi, how you doing? Yo, girl. Mr. Waffles, hi. Hey, guys. Hi, Mr. Waffles. Hey, Mr. Waffles. Oh, my. Oh, my. Hi.